All right, we got a Honda Fit here. Customer states won't go over 20 miles an hour. Check engine lights on, wrench lights on, TPS light. And you can hear it. You can hear it misfiring. Let's put it in gear and power brake a little bit. Yeah, so we're only running on a couple cylinders. And the check engine light is flashing, as you can see, which means a catalyst damaging misfire. All right, got our scanner hooked up, and looks like we got a stored code P0302, cylinder 2 misfire. So let's go ahead and start by checking the ignition coils and spark plugs. So unfortunately, these ignition coils are not easy to get to on this Honda Fit. So there's cylinder 1, and it's gonna go in order. It's gonna go 1, basically 2, 3, 4. All right, so here's a little better look at the coils, all those blue connectors. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna be addressing the second one back. And all there is to hold that ignition coil in is a 10mm bolt. So we got a small ratchet and a 10mm socket, and we're gonna see if we can sneak back here and get that sucker out. All right, so we got our misfire graph pulled up here. We got cylinder 1, cylinder 2, cylinder 3, cylinder 4. As you can see, cylinder 2, 218 count right now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a really super easy way to test this. And you don't need a fancy scan tool to be able to do this. I mean, I have the misfire monitor on this, but you definitely don't need that in order to. All right, so we got, I went ahead and pulled out cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. As you can see, I labeled them so I don't get them confused. And these are the two 10mm bolts that are holding those down. So what we're gonna do right now is we're just gonna swap these, and then we're gonna look at our misfire graph to see if I follow to the cylinder one position, so we can determine if this is a bad coil. Now, you don't need the misfire graph in order to determine this, and I'm going to show you why. So swapping these coils is definitely the best way to do this, and you don't need any fancy test equipment to diagnose it. All you really need is just a 10mm ratchet and socket. All right, we got our coil swapped, and we're watching our misfire data, and as you can see, cylinder 1 is misfiring like crazy now. So if you don't have a scan tool, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna swap those coils. You're gonna clear the light, and you're gonna drive it. And if that check engine light comes on, you're just gonna have to check the codes. And if the code changes to a P0101 instead of a P0, or a P0301 instead of a P0302, then you know you got a bad ignition coil. So we're probably gonna go ahead and recommend replacing all coils and all spark plugs on this vehicle. If you had to pay a shop to do this. If you're gonna do all the coils and the plugs, yeah, I'd have to imagine you're gonna be in probably the $300-400 range. But these coils, just a coil itself, is probably gonna run you about 50 bucks. As you can see here, you can even buy them in sets of 4. I'll leave a link below where you can get these on Amazon in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.